everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I am here in room 1. These guys are really excited because I'm in here a bit early, so they think it's feeding time, but it's not. Sorry guys. You were fed just now. That's our youngest bull calf that was born this morning. But this video I want to take the time to talk to you about this little girl and her twin sister here. So on February 22nd, these two little babies were born from our cow number 1125, Mandy, and she had twin heifers, which is awesome. So what I really want to focus on talking about with these two is this little girl here. Her name is Milkshake. My sister is going to be naming this little lady, and her name has to start with an M. She's got an idea in mind, but she just wants to think it over and make sure that it's the right name for the calf. But I got to name this little baby Milkshake. So I don't know if you can notice on the video or from that little intro of the video that I did on her, but one of her legs here is curved towards the back. So she has a little bit of a case of what we call contracted tendons. So this just means that she had not as much room in the womb to grow and move around. So if a calf, she's so crazy for attention, but if a calf ends up in the womb and it's not moving around as much, that can create contracted tendons, and which is what she got. So as a twin, she's very eager for attention and, you know, sucking, but she didn't have as much room to move around in the womb as a normal calf did. So sometimes you end up with calves that are born with curved legs. Most of the time the situation corrects itself, so I'm not too worried about her, but it's just another thing that we watch for and make sure they get help with if they need. Holy smokes! She's gonna give me a nosebleed if she hits me in the face like that. So this is just another one of those things that we dairy farmers watch out for, and of course all farmers with any animal. Always double check your animals when they're being born to make sure that there isn't a problem, and if there is, assess and see how you can fix it. A lot of people might say, oh, this calf needs a splint. But the thing with splints is if you're not careful with the application, it can actually do more damage than help. So we prefer to just let the calf exercise and walk and work the muscle so that it can grow normally, so that eventually her leg will straighten out. Now she is a twin, so she's already got her odds stacked against her, just because as a twin their immune systems are still quite a bit weaker than just a normal single calf. Excuse me, miss, you gotta keep that in there. There you go. But as you can see, she's full of good morale. And so am I. Seeing a calf that hyper, that energetic is just really awesome. So these two are Almamater twins, born from AI. I do want to mention as well that she's already gotten the straightening underway. She's about 3 days old now, and that leg here was also just as curved as this one, but is already straightening out on its own. And that's because she's doing a lot of exercise on her own, walking around and being silly. So she's gonna be able to strengthen up that leg pretty quick. Right? Yeah. So there are a couple of different reasons why contracted tendons happen. Sometimes it's a nutritional deficiency in the cow, or just that the calf is taking too much nutrition and the cow can't provide enough just on the feed that she's on. Our cows are on a very mineral and vitamin rich diet so that they can grow their calves properly and make sure that the calves are healthy when they're born, as well as the cows. So to recap on Milkshake, she's got a little case of contracted tendons because she most likely didn't have enough room to move around in the womb. And if it was a nutritional deficiency, you would more than likely see the same thing happening on her sister, which you do not see. She's got perfectly straight legs and she's able to walk fairly normally. So it's really just a case of not enough room in the womb. And that's just how things are sometimes. So we'll watch her closely and we'll give her a little bit of extra physiotherapy if needed, but for the most part she should be straightening out those legs on her own, just like she's already doing, and she should be pretty okay. Right? Right, Milkshake? So I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an extra update on all the rest of the calves. We filled up room 3 and room 4, and we're halfway through room 1 again. So we've had a lot of babies in the last month or so. A lot of babies, so I figured I'd introduce you to some of the ones that have become my favorites. If you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that Magic here has become one of my favorites. She's a real sweetheart and I love her little underbite. She's super funny, very, very happy and very playful. And then over here we have Quest. Yes, you. And something that's really funny about her is she has a black spot on her tongue, which is like super rare. You been playing in the shavings? Huh? Silly. But yeah, just a random black spot on her tongue. So that's a very interesting characteristic about her. And she's already not feeling 100% too well. She's got a little bit of a problem with diarrhea right now, so she's on medicine for that. And the reason for the diarrhea, the weather. The weather is such a factor in calf health, it's not even funny. Even in temperature-controlled calf rooms, where there's constantly fresh air being filtered through and being filtered out, there is a risk of calves getting pneumonia or diarrhea or all of the things simply because the weather just, you know, I don't know, it's weird. We've had really crazy weather this winter. It's been +2, 3, 4 some days, and then 3 days after we have that beautiful weather, it's -40 degrees Celsius again. So especially for the cows and calves and the steers outside, it's so hard on them because they'll be having a really, really thick winter coat to keep them warm in the -40s. And then all of a sudden it'll be +4, and then they'll have that really thick winter coat and they'll just be sweating. So then it gets cold again and then the sweat freezes, so they'll get chilled. And that's kind of how that problem starts. Now, these calves here, these young ones are in a temperature controlled calf room, but they still get mildly affected by it. So we're there to make sure that if a problem does arise, we'll treat them for it and then they'll get better. Just a little update along with the weather stuff, because as farmers, we're constantly worrying about and talking about the weather. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and share with a friend, because I'm willing to bet that they would really love to meet Milkshake. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.